It's 2:53 a.m., 35 degrees, and I have about a 3.5 hour drive to the job site. We're gonna pour concrete today, and I will see you there. Oh man, it's a cold one this morning. Well, I say cold, it's about 35 degrees. And I know my friends from up north are probably going, 35 degrees, that's not cold. Well, for us it's cold, okay? How about that? So, of course, if you're in Texas, you cannot pass up a Buc-ee's. I stopped to get some diesel. I'm gonna go in there, get me a coffee, get me a muffin. If you've never tried the Buc-ee's muffins, they're amazing. So I'm gonna do that. And once I do that, I'm gonna get back on the road. It is 4 a.m. right now. So I've been on the road for about an hour and a half already. Yep. And I still have a good 2 hours to go. Man, I hyped up the muffins and they didn't have any. Oh well, I mean, it is 4 a.m. so I guess I'll let it slide. Anyway, all right, back on the road we go. Well, I made it to the job site, but holy smokes, it's cold over here. 25 degrees. You can see all the frost on the grass. Now all we gotta do is wait on the concrete trucks. But everything is ready to go. Concrete should be here in about 30 minutes, and we're gonna start pouring. Hopefully there's no delays because it is 25 degrees. Oftentimes what they do is they delay us because this is Texas. anything under 32 degrees, we don't know what to do. So hopefully we don't have any delays because obviously it's gonna warm up. So I hope we can just start pouring and be done with it. All right, I need to go check the slab, make sure everything's good before the trucks get here. All right, so we got the slab ready to pour. On this one, we used number 4 rebar, which is 1/2 inch rebar, on the mat, and then we used number 5 in the beams. We have the header right here, and so this is a 30 by 40 up here. Then we have a 30 by 20 roof extension right there, and that slopes that way. We got a ramp right over here for the overhead door, and of course we have interior beam running the whole length of the building, and then we have a cross beam every 20 feet. All we need is concrete now. It's freaking cold. It's 25 degrees, it's not that bad, but it's still something that this is the first time this year there's been 25 degrees, so we don't live this often here in Texas. Sun's about to come up, so it's gonna get cold there for a little while, and then it's gonna start getting warmer. Concrete's on the way. We're getting 50 yards, and then we'll go from there. I think 50 is gonna do it. Pretty sure. All right, so it's 11 a.m. We got it all poured out, and now we're just waiting. It is still around 35 degrees, so it's still pretty cold. The truck's washing out. We got some piers over here. We got 4 piers. This building here is going to be, like I said earlier, it's a 30 by 40 with a 30 by 20 roof extension, and here it has a 20-foot lean-to off to the side here. This is just going to be a barn. This is another project that we're doing for WD Metal Buildings. If you guys don't know who WD Metal Buildings are, they're the ones that do my Barndominium shells. So they also do you know, metal buildings and shops and you know, hay barns and all that good stuff. So that's what we're doing here for them. This is not a Barndominium, and the giveaway is there's no plumbing. That's a pretty good giveaway that it's not a Barndominium. Typically, if you see plumbing, it's gonna have living quarters, but this one has nothing. This is just a barn out in the country. But anyway, that's what we're doing. And as you can tell, the sun is already out, so I'm hoping that's gonna speed things up, but it's still pretty cold, so I don't know. It'll be a few hours before we can even put the machines on there. I will keep you updated. All right, so while we wait, let me show you what's going on here. This right here is the anchor plate. Okay, these get embedded in the concrete. This one is going to go right there in that pier, and that's what they're doing right now. Okay, all these anchor plates go, these are, like I said, these are the piers, and but we have those same plates in the concrete over here. See, they look rough right now because the concrete's still wet, but we have a plate here, have a plate pretty much everywhere that you see this 2x4s, or that's where the plates are. Right there, right there, right there, one in the center, there, all around. So these anchor plates, as you saw, they have 12-inch legs that go down into the concrete, and when the slab is done, the plate is going to be flush with the surface. When the guys from WD Metal Building show up, all they have to do is go and weld their pipes right onto that plate, and then they erect the metal building from there on. So that's how we attach the metal building to the concrete. You can also do a lot of the pre-manufactured companies, they use anchor bolts, and that's another option, but we always do the weld plates because the WD Metal Building guys, they actually have a weld together metal building, so they don't use anchor bolts. But you know, 6 one way, half a dozen the other. Just make sure you don't forget, you know, your anchor plates or your anchor bolts. Don't forget that. That's kind of important. All right, let's take a little break from pouring concrete. Let's go check on this Lake Barndominium, see how things are going here. You can see the stonemasons are working here. They're working on the stonework in the front. And we got the, they're trenching the, for the water lines for the rain collection system. So there's a lot going on here today. The tank is in. If you guys remember, that's a 38,000 gallon tank. So that's in. There he is. He's working hard. Going at it. There he goes. So they're doing this ditch right here so that they can connect all these downspouts. They're going to run a main line right here, then the downspouts are going to collect to that line, and of course everything's going to run over to the tank that's going to collect the rain. We have this other ditch going that way, and that's so that we can catch the water from these downspouts, and of course it goes around the building to catch the water from the other side. So everything is gonna come together to the same tank. Let me go around this way so I can show you. Right here, see? So we have this other ditch, and this is gonna catch all the water from all these other downspouts. So there's gonna be a lot of water coming off of this barn though, and it's all gonna go to there. Now the reason for this other trenching, that's gonna go up to the house that way, so we can bring water from up there as well. A lot going on today. All right, so the shop has been foamed, but now we are painting it black. All the foam is gonna get painted black on the roof, and of course the walls have metal. We did 3 inches of closed cell here. The trusses are exposed, so we didn't put any foam on the trusses, but it's coming along. And I know I covered this on the last video, but this is why you need to cover the floors. Look at all the foam, paint, everything that falls on the floors. These floors are going to get sealed, so extremely important that we protect them. You should protect them either way. Even if you're not going to seal your floors, you need to protect them regardless, because it's just good to do. Keep it clean. So anyway, another day or two, these guys, well, probably tomorrow, they'll be done painting the ceiling in here, and then we're gonna clean everything up. Then we'll get the electricians, and they're gonna start wiring this place up. Well, it's already wired. Now they're just gonna start hanging all the lights. So I don't know. I say less than a week. This place is going to be fully operational. At least the shop. We still got to work in the house. The house, we're going to do the flooring, tile, paint. There's a lot going on. We're trying to work weekends to try to kind of get a jump start on this thing. Try to wrap it up before Christmas. That's the goal. Hopefully it'll work out. Ron is here again.
Hi.
Tell me about this tank.
Well, this is an XL30 by Pioneer. This is a 39,000 gallon water tank.
It comes with a free jacket?
No, you have to sell, I think, 20 of them.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, what did you say last time? 38,000 gallons?
39,000 gallons.
39,000.
Yep. When it is full, it'll be pretty much up to the bottom of that ring, that trim at the top.
So right, that one right there?
Yeah, it'll fill up right up to here.
So how does this tank work? Obviously the metal, that's just for structural purposes, or just to dress it up?
If you've ever built an above ground pool or seen an above ground pool, it's basically a thin shell of metal that's holding up a liner. The water, all the weight of the water is straight down. So this shell, even though it's sitting on sand, it won't even sink in because the water does not put any weight on the metal. All of the weight is on the sand.
So but it is pushing out against the
It is,
the
and
metal,
that's
right?
why these steel bands, that's why an above ground pool even can be a very thin band of steel. As long as it's continuous,
right,
it'll hold that in.
Okay.
And so same deal here, all of the stress is outward on these tanks.
Okay, so there's a liner in there. Is the liner continuous, or how do you?
Yeah, the
I wasn't
liner
here for the.
It's a one big, like a big bag.
And
it hangs from this top steel rail up here.
Okay.
And it has a geotextile membrane underneath it to cushion it, and then the sand underneath that.
Okay.
And then the natural grade.
So now what keeps stuff from living in there? Like,
well, we have a seal around the outside edge. It's a little hard to see in there, but the tank is sealed.
Okay.
And then
is it completely dark in there?
It's completely dark.
That's the plan.
And that's the trick. You keep it dark and you keep it still. And we like to not mess with the water. If you're coming off a nice metal roof like this, there's not any trees close by. The water is extremely clean to begin with.
Okay. It's really windy on this side.
It is, yeah. I don't know why.
Well, it's
nicer in the sun there.
Yeah. So anyway, so you have the so you have good water to start with.
Yep.
It goes in there.
Yep.
This is going to be used for what purpose?
This will be for potable water, so drinkable water for the building.
So we're going to filter all this, right?
Yes.
How do you filter it?
So we go through a sediment filter that'll get out any little floaty bits. And we go through a carbon filter that'll take out any odors. If there's any trace chemicals in there, that the carbon will grab that. Then we go through an ultraviolet light, and that takes care of any bacteria or viruses that might be in the water.
And then after that, you can drink it.
Then you can drink it.
What does it taste like?
Good.
What does it taste? It tastes.
It's like there's no taste. You know, it's
like it's supposed to be.
Like it's supposed to be, yeah.
Awesome.
So it's pretty close to distilled water.
Wow. Okay. So how much longer?
Oh, a couple more days.
A couple more days. We'll have a fully operation. Well, we still need a rain.
We
missed the rain. How much rain did we miss?
About 2 inches this weekend.
Wow.
That's what's making this so interesting to dig.
Yeah. I mean, you guys done a lot of digging, but we missed a 2-inch rain.
That's right. There's always that one right before us that we miss.
And then it keeps you from being able to work, right? Because it's muddy.
It does. Yeah, it's a mixed blessing.
Yeah.
So.
But we said that. What did we say? Like 6 inches? No, 9 inches, right?
Yeah, about 9 inches.
9 inches is gonna fill it up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very big roof.
All right, man. I'll let you get back to work.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you, and I will be back when you have this thing completely done, so you can kind of give us the. Hopefully, we'll get another big rain.
Yeah. Well, we have another rain coming tomorrow, but that also is pretty ill-timed.
Yeah, because you're not gonna have your pipes in the ground yet, right?
We're gonna try and have all the pipes in the ground today, but the pipes above ground and the connection still will remain. But if we can get out of the mud, we'll be happy.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Ron, Harvested Rain Solutions. If you need a rain collection system, give them a call. Tell them I sent you. See ya. All right, so I'm gonna go back to the other job site where we're pouring concrete and see how those guys are doing over there. See you when I get there. All right, so we're back, and let me show you what the problem is with pouring concrete in cold weather. Look at that. My fingers still sink in, and it is 1:20 p.m. So the sun's out, but it's not drying. It's cold. Anyway, so this concrete's not gonna set up until probably after dark. But I cannot stay here because I gotta get going. I need to drive to Dallas because we're gonna pour concrete over there in a couple of days. Don't worry, I will bring you along. We're gonna be pouring concrete for Blacksmith Tools, and it's gonna be a big one. You guys, we're gonna be pouring 2 slabs at the same time, and they're big slabs. So anyway, I will show you that when I get there. In the meantime, thank you for following us. I appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next time. We are Texas Barndominium.